Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving deep into event-driven architecture by building a real-time change data capture or CDC pipeline entirely from scratch using AWS Serverless Services. If you are looking to build practical cloud skills for the AWS Solution Architect exam or just want to learn how to automate downstream actions securely and efficiently, mastering CDC is an absolute must. It's the engine behind modern reactive application. In this project, we are going to build out an end-to-end flow. We will set up an Ingest service using API gateway and Lambda function to receive the orders. That data gets written straight into DynamoDB. Here is where the magic happens. We will enable DynamoDB Streams to capture every single insert, update and delete in real time. Those stream events will automatically trigger a second event processor Lambda, which then tells Amazon SNS to fire off an instant email alert to our subscribers to our email address. It's a perfect hands-on example of how AWS serverless components seamlessly talk to each other. Grab a coffee, open up your AWS console, and let us jump right in. Search SNS, go to SNS, then go to topics and create a topic. Standard, select standard, give it a name. Okay, then scroll down and create the topic. Now create a subscription with your email address. Create the subscription. Protocol, you should select email, then you should type your email address, then create subscription. So let's create DynamoDB table. Create the table and give it a name and a partition key name and select customized settings. Create the table. Now we should own DynamoDB streaming. Okay, so for that go to export and streams and we should turn on DynamoDB streaming. Okay, turn on the stream. Next we should create two separate IAM roles. So we have to go to IAM, then go to roles. Now create a role for Lambda function, and next permission policies we should select DynamoDB full access and then Lambda basic execution role. These are the two policies we are selecting. Then click next and give it a name, and we are giving this name as well as give a description like this. And create the role. Now create the second role for our SNS topic. Select same Lambda function, then go to next, and here we should select SNS full access and Lambda basic execution policies. These are the two policies we have selected. Then next, and give it a name and a description also like this. Okay, create the role. Actually we should select DynamoDB execution permission policy also to this role. So select DynamoDB execution role to this row. Now let's go to Lambda function. Go to Lambda function, then create a function and give it a name, and we should select Python. Then we should add the role we have created just before. Custom execution role we should select, and here we should select the roles we have created. First we are selecting this role and save the role. and create the function. Add trigger. You should select DynamoDB table here. Type for DynamoDB, and the table we have created, and make it 1 instead of 100 and add it. Okay, now we have to replace the code. We have to replace the code with this code. This is the code, and put the SNS topic ARN here. SNS topic ARN. Just deploy it and come to another Lambda function and create a Lambda function create our second Lambda function by choosing name and Python. And here we should select the second role we have created for a custom execution role, Ingest role, and save it and create the function. So now we have created 2 functions, and this is the code for the second function, and deploy it. Now let's go to API gateway. Create API, come to the REST API and build a REST API and give it a name, and create an API and create a resource with the name of order. Create the resource and create a method for the order resource with post request, and enable the proxy. Select our ingest lambda function and its ARN. Create method. Deploy the API. Deploy it. Should copy the URL and paste somewhere else, and go to API, create an API key, and give it a name and save. So you will get an API key, and copy that API key and put it somewhere else. The URL and this API key you need after some time, and go to usage plan. Create a usage plan for the API key. Okay. And right, you should select 50. Requests per day 1000. And create the usage plan. Now go to the usage plan we have created and add a stage, and select our API we have created and add that API to the usage plan. Add an API key which we have created to that usage plan. Now we have created API and API key to the usage plan. Okay, now go to APIs. This is the API we have created with order, post request, post method. Now go to terminal to call our API using this request. Yes, it's successfully placed our order. So we will be getting an email from SNS topic for the change happened in our database. So when we go to our database, we will be seeing the order request we have